coworker pointed to me and announced to everyone, "You're taking a whole donut? How selfish." 3 weeks later, she was terrified of her own lunch. I write for a magazine website, and 6 months ago, they hired this new girl who desperately wants my position. So every Friday, she brings in a basket of treats to win people over. The basket comes with a sick twist. If I refuse her baked goods or candies, she tells the entire office I hurt her feelings. But if I eat one, she immediately insults my body or clothes in front of everyone. I lose either way. This particular Friday morning, she brings in 2 boxes of gourmet donuts, and she's cut some into tiny pieces scattered on plates while leaving whole donuts in the box. Me, not having had breakfast because of an early meeting, so I'm starving, reach for one whole donut. The second I pick it up, I hear the new girl's voice cut across the break room. "Wow, taking a whole one when I cut up pieces for sharing? I didn't know they hired selfish people at this company." The room goes silent and my face burns, but I just smile and say, "You're about to find out exactly how selfish I can be," and walk back to my desk while she tells everyone how greedy I am. For weeks after that, she escalates, commenting negative things about my work, suggesting to our editor that I'm too comfortable in my position, making sure everyone knows I'm the selfish one who took a whole donut. I document everything in my notebook and finally march to HR with dates and quotes, but I notice their trash bin overflowing with her treat boxes and candy wrappers. Then they tell me I'm being sensitive and should appreciate having such a thoughtful colleague. I feel my chest getting tight as I realize nobody in this company will help me, and she's getting bolder every day, even suggesting I should be demoted. However, I remembered that during last year's holiday party, our CEO completely lost it because the caterer brought mint desserts. He went on this huge rant about how much he hates mint with a passion. So I start casually mentioning within earshot of my coworker how much our CEO absolutely loves Thin Mints and how they're his favorite cookie in the world. 2 weeks later, our CEO schedules his quarterly office visit, and my coworker shows up that morning with 3 boxes of Thin Mints, practically bouncing with excitement as she announces she heard these were his absolute favorite and wanted to make a good impression. She corners him by the elevator with her biggest smile, shoving the boxes into his hands, and when he asks what kind of cookies they are, she says, "Chocolate cookies." I actually did a double take. When he specifically asks, "These don't have mint, right?" she looks him dead in the eye and says, "No, no mint at all, just chocolate." The next morning, the CEO storms into the office looking completely unhinged, his tie crooked, hair messy, practically shaking with rage as he stands in the middle of our open floor plan and shouts, "Where is she? Where's the girl who gave me the cookies?" When my coworker raises her hand, he explodes, "My fiancé ate 3 of your cookies and spent the entire night in the emergency room because you lied about them containing mint. Do you understand what you've done? I can't even be in the same room as her without her breaking out in hives if I eat mint. Our wedding is in 2 weeks and now I have to do some insane mint detox cleanse that involves activated charcoal and not eating for 3 days." His face is turning purple as he continues, "You looked me in the eye and told me there was no mint when I specifically asked. What kind of selfish person lies about food ingredients? Someone could have died." The new girl stands there shrinking into herself as he keeps going. Her medical bills are $8,000 because insurance won't cover it. I want a written apology, a check for the full amount, and you better pray we don't press charges. The entire office is frozen, watching the brutal murder in front of us while the CEO points at the new girl with a shaking finger. "And if you ever bring food into this office again without a full ingredient list, you're fired." She hasn't brought a single treat to the office in the 3 months since that day and keeps her head down whenever she passes my desk. No more comments about my appearance or my work. She transferred to a different department far from mine, and I heard she's taking evening classes in food safety, probably required by the CEO. Sometimes I catch her in the break room obsessively reading ingredient labels on her own lunch, paranoid now about every little detail. And there's something beautifully poetic about watching the girl who weaponized food become terrified of it.